Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. This week's geeky things include the Doritos sitting in front of us. Hakusho. Adam Scott. The Russo brothers. And Ms. Marvel, of course. Why, of course. That was the thumbnail after all, by God. So this is our weekly pop culture podcast where me and Maggie talk about all the things that we love from the past week, hit up some news, all that fun stuff. So thanks for checking us out. Before we get into our news stories, though, of course, we've got these Doritos here. We actually tried these on the pre-show.
Twisted Southwest Ranch.
Yeah, so if you want to know if we liked it or not, you'll have to watch the pre-show over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome.
Or did we puke our guts out? You'll never know.
I mean, there is a whole bag left, so what does that mean? We'll find out.
We threw them up.
But yeah, and then also in the post show, we're going to be playing the big movie quiz, round number 15.
And we're about to finish off the action movies. That means we're off to Oscar movies.
Trash movies.
No.
I love trash movies.
I love trash.
Is that Josh Groban?
That's an actual Oscar the Grouch song.
Oh.
And Josh Groban does sing it with him.
Does he really? Well, the more you know. All right, Maggie. Before we get any further, though, how's your week? How's your week, Maggie?
How was my week? Oh, it was pretty good. Can't complain. Oh, God.
I don't know if anybody heard that.
I heard it.
Jeez.
It took me a second to figure out what that sound was. I've been, going down memory lane. I've been going to mom and dad's and getting my childhood stuff off of them, and
fun. Anything cool?
Well,
you like how I'm asking as if I don't already know everything that you wrote.
I mean, trying to think. I found a few. Oh, I talked about this one day. I found my Sailor Moon doll one day. I found a bunch of my old stuffed animals.
Yeah, you brought that one that looks like a Monchichi. Freaked me out. God,
he doesn't like it. It has my name on it. That's what's funny. It's Maggie Berry.
Yeah, and its face is weird.
I cannot tell you for the life of me who got that for me.
For the life of me, I cannot remember who bought me this bear with a weird face. It is a big disgrace.
Also brought home a bunch of books. For
Viv.
For Viv.
Yeah. I was going to say books are for fools. I don't read books. I watch them.
And cleaned out the old toy box downstairs at my mom and dad's. Try to make sure all my dollhouse stuff is together for whenever that day comes that I decide Viv can play with it.
Well,
that I deem it safe to be played with. I'll put it that way. There's some work that needs to be done on it.
I feel you.
Some people's demoed it and not told people that they broke something.
Man, do we need to break this down for you?
Yeah.
Do we need to?
It hurts.
Do we need to have a therapy session here about your childhood toys?
Yes.
Tell me more. How does that make you feel?
Hey, I might come home with a bunch of CDs tomorrow. You better watch out, man.
I'm ready.
You're ready? You want to go down that road?
I want some O-Town.
I did not.
Together.
I didn't know
We're
them.
all gonna hang together.
You listen to them. Well, I'll listen to O-Town, but I didn't know any.
Together.
Oh, man, I just remember.
Hang together. What? Britney Spears?
No.
Celine Dion.
No, I'm proud of Britney Spears. I never owned a Celine Dion CD.
Who? Kid Rock.
Skillet.
Oh. Well, we grew up in a church group. I mean,
It just hit me. I'm like, huh.
Hey, well, you know what we could do? We could destroy it with a frying pan. Get it? Skillet. All right. So, hey, aside from that, Maggie, do you remember what we watched this week?
Well, I mean, there's been multiple things we watched.
That's right. We watched Bob's Burgers,
Yes.
Maggie. That's right.
We watched a lot of stuff, man.
Some Lucky Ducks.
Yeah.
Get all the luck. No, we finally watched Bob's Burgers movie. This was one we was wanting to watch in theaters, and unfortunately did not make it out to watch. We instead chose Top Gun Maverick. I think was what we watched.
Which
instead.
was worth it.
So it was worth watching Top Gun Maverick over Bob's Burgers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I agree with that.
Are you? Would you tell me I'm crazy?
No, I was just wondering.
If I said otherwise,
I was trying to understand what you were trying to say about Bob's Burgers movies and Top Gun Maverick.
I like the Bob's Burgers movie.
So Bob's Burgers movie is currently available on Hulu and HBO Max. I think we actually watched it on HBO Max. Yeah, and we watched it. We won't. No spoilers. No spoilers.
No.
Not that I think there would be.
If you're a big fan of the show, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's fun.
It was fun.
Songs. There's songs in it.
I'll say this. I will say this about the songs. The movie itself was probably a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, it does slow down quite a bit.
But the music took it up to a 4. The handful of songs that are in it, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The first 2 are just the catchiest damn things I've put in my ears in a long time. Okay. I swear to God, I've heard Lucky Ducks for like on repeat for like 5 hours one day because I just could not.
Was it like it was a work? You had to go to work the next day, and you texted me and said, "I've listened to this for 3 hours straight
on repeat." And it's a 2-minute song, and I just do that sometimes.
Maybe we watched it Wednesday night.
Some Lucky Ducks, get all the luck.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because we decided to go to bed early.
Unlucky schmucks.
It
really stinks to have a boss.
It's beautiful.
That pays you bad and bumps you off.
Okay, Matt. I think you're kind of spoiling some things.
Nah, it's fine.
It is. You can tell that they got a budget.
Yes, the lighting looks great.
The shadowing and everything on it. It's beautiful.
It's not as funny as I was. Like, here's the thing. It was funny. It was funny. Like, the problem with it is it does the same thing that almost every cartoon that goes from being a TV show episode to being a full-length movie does, in that it goes too big.
Yeah.
Which then loses what makes it good, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like The Simpsons was fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, even theirs was like big. They were like, "Oh, we put Springfield under a giant dome," you know.
Yeah. Springfield's part of like 6 other states.
Yeah, and like Recess, they had
movie.
The school was under attack, and they all had to like band together.
That was weird.
The Rugrats got lost in the woods, and there was like those circus monkeys. And so I mean, it's just like the freaking Doug, one of the worst ones.
Oh my God.
Yeah, where they added a monster.
The lucky
Duck Lake monster.
Yeah.
Like, this is Doug.
It's real.
Doug. Like, he's just a dude. He's
it's
just
freaking
a kid.
real. The monster's real.
I know.
I went to theaters and saw it with my cousin.
Yeah.
It was Valentine's Day. I remember that.
I think one of the only ones I feel like did a decent enough job with their movie was, and it's still not a great movie, but they didn't lose themselves, I guess. Was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Like, not a great movie. It's fine. It's fine. Like, it's good, but it at least still felt like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. What?
I know what movie that still kept its zeal from the show.
Okay.
And I'll probably get fussed at.
We're going to throw a paperweight at you.
Goofy movie.
I don't understand.
Well, this is a Goofy movie based off a Goof Troop.
Yeah. Why would you booed, though?
I don't know. Am I wrong? That's what I mean.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like a Goofy movie is okay. So many thoughts going through my
I
head
broke
right now.
his brain.
A Goofy movie, though, is connected. It's within the same continuity
Yes.
as Goof Troop.
Okay.
I would not say a Goofy movie is a Goof Troop movie.
Okay.
They don't play the theme song.
No, they don't.
It's not even called a Goof Troop movie.
It's not even their house either.
Yeah. And like Pete's wife and daughter are just, I mean, I'm assuming she left him, obviously.
Everybody assumes that.
Yeah.
And poor old Peach just stayed there, I guess.
I think PJ was like, I think he was guilt tripped into staying with Pete. Like, I think Pete like threatened him to not leave.
You gotta stay here and clean my house, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so I don't know. I love a Goofy movie. I think a Goofy movie is great. I don't think that I would qualify it for what we're talking about.
Okay.
Now, like the lamp, the lamp movie for DuckTales.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Treasure
like,
of the Lost Lamp.
That's definitely one. Again, way bigger. I feel like, I mean, I guess the show was pretty big when
Yeah,
it
it
would do
was.
random stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like this went like, you know, world ending big.
I remember begging to rent that movie all the time at the movie place.
I'm trying to, I don't know if is there any good, like really good, like cartoon turned movie. I mean, like theatrically released.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not counting like Futurama movies, which are basically just 3 episodes.
Yeah, they are. Which that's what they split them up into.
I mean, Bob's Burgers was fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, I feel like at best most of them are fun, and like the others are like Hey Arnold was way too dramatic. Like I remember watching Hey Arnold.
Still haven't watched it.
It's like I forget exactly what happens, but I remember being like depressed.
Well, like he found out about his mom and dad.
Not in the first one.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one's about like I think somebody's like buying the town or something, like or the street, or like they're I don't know, and like Helga, I don't know. It's a whole thing, but it's like dramatic. It's sad. Like remember the
they
Mr.
act
Wynn
like
episode?
spies.
Remember the Mr. Wynn episode?
Yes.
It's like that. It's that feeling. with the whole-
Depressing.
and like they start to do a song and then they don't. 'Cause they're
Yeah.
like, it's not that kind of movie, Stinky. Well, golly.
Golly.
Yeah.
Hi, Helga.
What other movies are there?
I don't know.
Trying to think of literally any other movies, and I'm blanking. Just blank. You know, Jet Jackson movie. Didn't go to theaters. Again, way too big. Like
Batman Sub-Zero.
alternate dimensions. Sub-Zero. Not even Mask of the Phantasm.
I mean, that's
why
what
would
popped
you
into
go
my
with
head.
Sub-Zero?
That's what popped into my head.
I don't even think Sub-Zero went to theaters. Mask of the Phantasm did.
Did. Okay. Well, then, there you go.
Jesus. All right. So we watched Bob's Burgers, and then we also watched the rest of Da Boys. No spoilers. We're not going to spoil this either. Yeah, what a great show. Jeez, man. I feel like I've got to take a break from like marathoning stuff because we've done nothing but watch The Boys for like a week and a half, and my brain is mush right now. What'd you think? Did you like it?
I liked it. It's just bonkers, the stuff
Yeah.
that they put in it.
It's like, and I probably said a lot of this last week. It's hardcore. Mm-hmm. It's hardcore.
It is.
But the tone is comedic. So like, I never felt like overwhelmed by like sorrow and like I just watched a tragedy.
Yeah.
Because it's like so over the top, like Final Destination. I think I even used that. That it, you know, it kind of gets away with it. And then honestly, the themes of the show, especially the second half of season 2 and most of season 3, just surprising where they went. Like the the things that it was similar to. I'll just say political. I won't get too deep. I won't say much more than that. I'll just say that the show is kind of like a mirrored reality of our current reality. And it was just interesting, the things that they were doing, and made my jaw drop a few times. Like there's a few times I grabbed Maggie, was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this.
There's a few times I looked away, closed my eyes and my ears, and went, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this."
There was a couple of gross things. There's some gross.
There's some nasty
gross out
stuff.
Yeah. God, especially that one episode in season 3 with the pink robe. You know what I'm talking about?
You didn't have to say anything.
You already knew.
I already knew.
Jeez. God.
It's bad.
Oh,
it's bad.
Oh
Bad.
my God. What a show. Jeez. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to watch the new season. It'll be fun watching it with people, you know. Like I'd always see people on Twitter talking about like how good it was, and just I just wasn't in the mood, but man, it was so good. Butcher, piece of crap / fantastic. Carl Urban's just amazing in it. And of course Jack Quaid is just phenomenal. And even honestly, I mean, Soldier Boy, I won't say
who it is.
Yeah, just in case anybody watching this doesn't know already. And even Homelander is a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, people are already claiming him as probably. Well, no, I can't say anything. It's
Yeah. Just
away.
yeah. But still,
yeah. One of the I'll put this, one of the best TV characters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said he was a piece of shit.
Well,
So.
best TV villains.
Yeah, I mean, it gets so complicated because every once in a while, there's just a little piece where you're like,
oh,
what? I mean, but then he's just a huge piece of shit. I mean, it's great. Like I've seen some people complain about like like why can't we have like a good Superman story, right? Why are all the good Superman stories the ones where he's bad, right? And I disagree with that sentiment. And I think that, because, you look at like Watchmen and you look at those, right? And other stuff, Invincible, I disagree with that. I think Smallville, like we're currently rewatching Smallville. And I think we haven't watched it, but Superman and Lois, I'm sure, would be on there. And like, I think there's a world where both can exist.
Yeah.
And I don't like this because it's a bad version of Superman. I honestly very rarely think about the characters that they're kind of like.
No.
Because they are so fully their own characters. I mean, it's the same as Watchmen. How like you don't think about the what was it, the Charleston characters, like the Atom and the Question, I think, but. Like, you don't think about those. You just think about Dr. Manhattan and the Comedian. Like, they are their own characters, even though they were originally influenced by these others, right?
Yeah.
So The Boys just feels like its own fully developed universe. And it's great. It's good. I would probably say, I think season 1 was my favorite. And they all kind of bleed together. But I feel like season 1 just wowed me from the get-go, all the way through to the end. And like when it ended, I was like, oh my God, this show's a masterpiece. Season 2 was good. Like, it was really good.
It took it a bit though to build up.
Yeah. And like, I didn't like feeling so lost, because it just was like, what are we building to? And then season 3, it felt like it was better. But now, saying all that, I will say we watched season 1 in like straight through in like a day and a half. Yeah. And then season 2, we watched like one episode a night. So that could have been the reason why it felt slower, obviously. And then season 3, we just ran straight through on the weekend also.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, anyway, we will be adding those to our list since Bob's Burgers came out in May and The Boys season 3 came out this summer also. Mm-hmm. So, we'll add both of those to the list later on in this episode. But, enough talk about all that. Let's get into the news. It's time for the news.
Tricky Dick, what are you doing here?
Speaking of tricky.
Tricky?
Netflix. I didn't put it on here.
What's Netflix?
Announced Yu Yu Hakusho series. I believe this was an
Scared.
announcement.
IGN, I remember they tweeted it out. And they released 4 images.
Yeah.
Which the top left one is Yu Yu Hakusho's hand.
Mm.
He uses the spirit gun. This is based off of an anime from the 90s.
I know nothing about any of this.
He becomes a ghost detective. From, like, a spirit detective, I should say.
Wait, is he dead?
Okay, I'll just give you a quick rundown from what I can remember because I get so lost in it every time I try to rewatch it. Okay,
this is it. You get to sell me on Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay. You got 30 seconds.
No, not 30 seconds.
Ready?
It's crap.
You got 45 seconds. Go.
All right. So, Yu Yu Hakusho is a 16-year-old boy that when he goes to save a little boy from getting hit by a car in the road, he dies.
Okay.
When he is dead, he realizes that he is dead, and a girl named Botan shows up. She's the Grim Reaper, which she does not look anything like the Grim Reaper because she's got blue hair and pink kimono on. Yeah. And she tells him that he needs to get people to realize that they cared about him because apparently he's a piece of crap on Earth.
Okay.
He got picked fights and stuff, was a bully, yada, yada, yada. But it turns out there's a girl that really cares about him.
That was it.
I'm sorry.
That was your 45 seconds.
Anyways, well, I didn't get to the part yet.
Okay, you want another 45 seconds?
No, I don't want to be timed.
And go.
I'm just going to keep talking.
I'm kidding.
Anyways, there is a girl that always checked in on him. Mm-hmm. And she basically saves him, like, saves his body. Like, his body's still around because his heartbeat starts coming back. It's weird.
Okay.
And his mom is not the best mom in the world, but she realizes, hey, that she needs him around. She cares about him.
But he's dead.
It's so weird, I'm telling you. Anyways, basically, this girl kisses him. Okay. And he comes back.
Like, kisses him as a ghost or kisses his dead body?
Kisses his dead body.
So like a princess fairy tale.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
So
sorry.
So is that like the end of the series?
No.
That's just the first
episode? That's like the first 2 episodes.
And so then what? He can see ghosts after that?
Yeah.
And
since he still can see the spirits and demons and stuff after that, the guy it's kind of like a Dragon Ball Z like thing. There's somebody in charge of the underworld.
So is he like trying to solve their murders?
He is basically trying to keep Earth safe from the demons that are running amok and causing trouble for humans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
it's Constantine.
Yes. And he receives training. Him and his buddy that
Shia LaBeouf.
No, I can't think of his name. God, he's got bright ass red hair, and this is like the weirdest set of characters too. Anyways, they learn powers, and he learns how to use the spirit gun. He uses the energy within him to shoot out a beam of energy at demons and stuff. Does it send
the demons back to...
It kills them. Or sometimes knocks them out, I think.
So it's kind of like...
And he teams up with 2 other demons. Yeah.
So, okay. So it's kind of like Constantine.
Yeah.
Meets Ghostbusters. Meets Supernatural.
Also meets Dragon Ball Z because there's also a fighting tournament.
What the
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. You sold me. You sold me on it.
It takes a bit to get to the freaking tournament, though. God. The 90s anime drags it out, man.
There's so much going on here. I'll be honest. I thought Hakusho.
Hakusho?
Show was show.
Oh.
Like it's a show. Like, so it was like Yu Yu Haka show. Like the Yu Yu Haka show.
Oh.
Like the Rocky and Bullwinkle
also has one of the most banger anime openings, songs.
More than Dragon Ball Z? Or
Probably,
Dragon Ball Super?
probably underneath it
What
somewhere.
about Digimon? Not the We Are the Champions. I'm not like I'm not the butterfly.
Oh, butterfly. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's what came to mind. No, I'm just saying. Hey, listen. Hey.
Oh, my love.
It's Dragon Ball Super. Anyways.
Yeah.
For me, it just reminds me, what?
I think, no, that was Digimon, wasn't it?
All My Love? No, that was Dragon Ball Super. Because you'd sing it all the time. Matt, you could sing Japanese to it.
No, I think that's the one I'm humming right now is Dragon Ball Super. The that's Digimon.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do
I
it.
thought it was Super. I know you're not gonna do it because we get claimed.
Yeah, that's why.
No, for me, it's a banger because it reminds me of when I discovered Adult Swim anime. And like I hear that song, I don't know, something about it gets me pumped up.
Amen. I like it.
It's so 90s also. You can't beat it.
I mean, so let me ask you this: where are you at on hope that this is good?
I had high hopes for Cowboy Bebop.
Which we never watched.
We watched the first like 5 minutes of it and then ditched.
Yeah, what was we doing? We was doing something.
We was doing something. We
I
ditched.
think we watched something else.
I thought it looked good. Like
I've heard good things.
visually it looked pretty.
Yeah.
But like I didn't get into the story or anything.
Cho?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we watched something else? It was around Thanksgiving.
There's probably a lot going on.
Oh wait, was that when Midnight Mass? No.
No, that was like October, wasn't it?
Great. I love Midnight Mass.
Oh God, that means the new one be out soon.
There could be something at Comic-Con. All right, so yay, nay, excited? Not excited. Hopefully
mixed.
pessimistically optimistic.
Yes, mixed.
Speaking of mixed, Adam Scott, best known as Sir Benjamin Wyatt. Ice Clown loses his town crown.
Parks and Rec, everybody, if you don't know.
Has joined Sony's Madam Web movie. It's Morbin time.
Boo. For saying Morbin time.
My tweet, I think, sums up everything we want to say. It just said, how dare Sony make me want to watch this? I mean, look, it's a Sony Spider-Man movie. So
How dare Sony do anything?
God knows
that?
it's not going to be good. If Phil Lord and Chris Miller are not involved, and they're not.
No, they're not.
And if it is not Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire, I'll throw him in there. It's not worth watching. Like, there's no way this is going to be good. I mean, look, I'm willing. God knows Adam Scott's in it, so I'll probably watch it just to support our boy, because GD Severance is phenomenal.
Severance is phenomenal.
And not to mention, he played Derek on Step Brothers. So, I mean, my name's Derek, and I can go high. It's amazing. Come on. It's so good. But yeah.
Wow.
What?
They sing Sweet Child of Mine there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sweet Child of Mine's got a different meaning to it now.
No, remember when the first trailer dropped and I said Thor Love and Thunder trailer got me like, and it was the trailer. It was that song from the, because it's Agatha.
Yeah, I know it's Agatha.
Anyway, so he's gonna be in Sony's Madam Web movie. Maggie, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm scared.
I have no hope
I'm scared.
with Dope.
You better not be. Dope.
Would I try Dope? Nope. Same level. Remember Screech comes out, was it the trash can or the locker? Like,
I want to say the locker.
He's like, the guy, like, okay, here's what really pissed me off about that episode of Saved by the Bell, okay?
Wow, we're
thing.
derailed.
All right, here's
That
the
went
thing.
to Saved by the Bell.
I don't care about the anti-drug stuff, right? Like, that's fine, whatever.
Don't do
whatever.
drugs.
Yeah, obviously, don't do drugs, kids. And, but at the end, you know, Mr. Belding just so happens to know the executive NBC, okay? That's, sure, whatever. That's whatever. I don't care. But what pissed me off is when they cut to that scene, right? I think the producer, like, I forget exactly how it works, but they're filming it. They're filming that last scene, and the producer's already sitting there on the table, or maybe Zach is already sitting there on the table, and like everybody walks in, right?
Yeah.
So when we join that scene, everyone's already standing there, and the person says their line, whatever it is. Don't do drugs, right?
Yeah.
And then they say, cut. And they're like, wow, that's great. Let's watch it. And they watch it, and they play it back.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not like there's one sitting there, and they say the line, and then everybody walks in.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you do that? No, you just showed us that. God, ever since I was 5, it pissed me off. God, remember when Zach made prom for Kelly outside?
Zach Morris is trash. He's the worst.
But yeah, I have no hope for Madam Web. I have no hope at all.
Nope the dope.
I mean, just, yeah. I don't know. Any other thoughts, Maggie?
I'm going to say nope to dope.
Speaking of no dope, this next story is dope AF.
Wow.
So
I can't believe you said AF out loud.
as fudge.
Oh, okay.
That's what that stands for. As fudge.
As fudge. Okay.
Well, it sounds like you're saying ass fudge.
You said it.
All right, so there was like a red carpet premiere for, I think, The Gray Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw pictures because Ryan Gosling still has his kin hair.
Yes. The Russo brothers were there. Mm-hmm. And they were on the red carpet, and somebody was asking them about if they're going to be in if they're going to do another Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. And their response was quite interesting. They said that though there are no plans currently, right? There's nothing currently.
Bull.
They said that, however, the thing that they've always loved to do is to adapt stories that they loved. So, of course, growing up, they loved the Infinity Gauntlet. And they said that, the only story they could see them coming back to do was another story they loved, which was Secret Wars. And then they just kind of left it at that and then left. I think it's Deadline.
And all the Marvel nerds freaked out.
I freaked out. I'm a Marvel nerd, and you're right. I freaked out. I mean, yeah, that's got to be, like, we've all just kind of assumed here that Secret Wars was going to be
Oh yeah.
like the big thing. But I mean, like, that's fantastic. I mean, okay, so it's not confirmed. Could it be confirmed at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend? Maybe. Could be. We'll see. We'll actually be doing next week's episode. Will be all about Comic-Con.
So will we be able to watch that panel live? The Marvel panel?
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so no. Legally, we are not. You cannot watch it live.
You gotta pay money.
No, I mean, we won't get in trouble, but the people that
do
live
it.
stream it may get in trouble.
Okay.
Plus, there'll be like breaking news, obviously. Like typically, how I've done
It's
it
not
in the past.
fast enough.
It sucks, man. Like I get it. You want to give the people at Comic-Con a good experience. I get that. But at the same time, like
There's people like us that live too far away and we can't afford that.
yeah, and I'm sorry, COVID exists. I'm not going somewhere where like 180,000 nerds are walking around coughing all over shit.
well,
Get the hell out of here.
Also, we've heard enough stories of people recently going to cons and finding out that the place isn't well ventilated.
Hall H literally holds 7,000 people.
Oh,
That's where the
God.
panel is at. Okay, no. Like. Nah, I mean, I'd pay. Honestly, if they did like an at-home $20, I mean, I'd probably even go as far as like 50. if I got to watch every panel on demand with the footage, like, yes, I would consider it.
Right there. Listen to that, Comic-Con.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I would consider it. But, like, in this day and age, this stuff's going to leak anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And most of the time, they just go ahead and post it immediately online anyway.
Yeah, they were pretty fast the last time,
but
weren't
I
they?
I love watching the panels. Like, that's something, especially, like, great panels that used to happen was the Lost panels.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, my God. Just because they were funny, you know. So, you know, we'll get some stuff. And if it's not live streamed, like if you can't find footage or whatever, there are obviously going to be reporters like live tweeting, updating, all that stuff. So there'll be plenty of things to talk about.
Where the new rock stars get to go?
Probably, right? Like surely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm definitely excited. Speaking of all that, we're probably going to do some live, well, not live, but some trailer reactions. So definitely over the next week, be looking out. We'll talk about the ones that we can on next week's episode.
I thought I did that. And I'm like, I know it's not me, but I just hit a button on my phone and yeah.
But God. So anywho, yeah. We'll talk more about Secret Wars if it ever becomes a thing. But all that to say, I'm pretty excited for it.
Yes,
I think it should be something that could happen. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's talk about the next story. This one's a quick one. Games and tech news. We actually have a story this week. Microsoft is partnering with Netflix. I say partnering, but really Netflix is working with Microsoft to create an ad-supported tier of Netflix.
Why Microsoft?
They've got like some sort of like digital ad platform or something. I have no idea, but it's from where they already do stuff with ads. It would be like if somebody hired Google to do it because they already have ads with like Google and all that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, so they are working together on this. And I say together again. It's not really like a partnership. It's more like they've hired Microsoft to handle this. And that kind of sparked some rumors, not rumors, but conversations of should Microsoft buy Netflix?
I would say yes.
I'd be okay with it. I think.
I mean, still let, the Netflix execs still,
I mean, you could probably shake things up a little bit.
Maybe, but like, I mean, like the people, like the production companies that have been making shows, making movies and stuff, they've done pretty well. Still let them do their thing, you know.
Especially if they, I mean, it's two totally different things, but like the way Microsoft handles Game Pass is top notch. So I mean, like, I could see them running something similar. What?
What should I be like? Next Game Pass. Guess what's going to be on there? Netflix. But it's the one with ads.
I mean, I could honestly. You think about it now, okay? Like, here's the thing. All right, let's get a little weird. So Microsoft, huge corporation, so it doesn't necessarily mean like Xbox and Netflix would integrate in any kind of meaningful way, but Microsoft now owns a lot of IP.
They do,
like a ton. Right? Especially with Activision, and I mean, obviously, Blizzard. I mean, there's a ton, right? What better way to be able to kind of make movies and shows than to have Netflix, instead of partnering with freaking Paramount Plus for Halo.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I believe my dad watched that.
Halo? Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
But yeah, Mom told me that he was watching it. I was like,
okay.
Does he? I was like,
so they have Paramount Plus?
I guess so. Mom was super excited about the new Star Trek.
Yeah.
She really likes the dude that's playing Pike.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, he's gorgeous.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper hair.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
Yeah, that's right at Mom's house.
But yeah, so I mean, I mean, this is nothing, right? But Netflix is obviously kind of drowning in debt. I mean, they are. That's why they're making an ad-supported version. So, I mean, I don't know. I think, Netflix getting a Big Daddy would probably be good. I think Microsoft
Sugar
having
Daddy.
a multimedia platform as well would be good. That way they don't have to rely on like an Amazon or, Paramount Plus or Disney Plus or HBO or any of that stuff. And I mean, obviously there's already some inroads with, directors and stuff through Netflix. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, imagine you get like, I don't even know, like Phil Lord and Chris Miller to do a Crash Bandicoot movie.
That'd be great.
I'm trying to think of somebody else that's on Netflix, but give the Duffer Brothers, I don't even, World of Warcraft, Diablo. There you go. Give them Diablo.
I know, Netflix announced that they're going to make more Fear Street movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's fine. Or, they own, that one that makes, Psychonauts. I can't think of their name. But he made Brutal Legend with Jack Black. Do you remember that from back in the day? Like, I guess Microsoft owns that since they own that company now.
I guess they do.
I mean, Duffer Brothers could totally do a Brutal Legend movie and do it with the dude that played the guy.
Oh, Eddie?
Yeah.
Joseph.
I mean, I know
Can't think
obviously
of his last name.
Jack Black is irreplaceable, but I mean, imagine how killer, and like just make it into a Stranger Things spinoff. And so it's just Eddie in hell or whatever.
Can we just get a Stranger Things spinoff where they just play D&D?
I mean, I'm surprised they haven't at least done like a reality show version of that where the cast plays D&D. I mean, take like 3 days and get you like 40
I'll be
hours
honest,
of
I
footage.
wouldn't mind watching Eddie recruiting all of them.
The Hellfire Club?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't mind that, but I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That probably wouldn't be a great show, though.
Joseph Quinn. That's his name. Joseph Quinn. That played Eddie.
Oh, he plays Eddie.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Eddie.
He's British.
Eddie.
And apparently, Comic-Con happened over in UK.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there and they overbooked him.
Aww.
And so, like, he was trying to take time to see everybody. And the staff there treated him like crap.
Oh.
Much love to Joseph Quinn.
That's right. Quinn Mallory. Pretty sure that's Sliders. That's a Sliders. All right. Hey, speaking of sliders, you could have slid past this section, but you didn't. And so now we're talking about it. Hey, did you know that over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, I almost had a different URL.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Did you know that you can watch the show ad-free and extended with the pre and post show? Yeah, that's right.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah. So you should definitely do that. Now it's time to get into the big topic. It's time for the big topic. What?
The spring card.
Ms. Marvel, ladies and gentlemen. I guess, I don't know how much spoilers we're going to... I guess, there's at least going to be 2 things. We'll probably talk spoilers. So we will start with spoiler free. So we'll tell you when we're going into spoilers. There'll be a whole thing. And then you can check the timestamps, because once we're done with spoilers, we are going to move into our both MCU ranking and ranking of summer movies 2022. What?
Just MCU ranking.
We have a lot of rankings. It's fun. It's fun to rank things, rank. To rank some things. We heard of Stranger Things is ranking things.
Dip it in some rank.
Should we start a show called Ranking Things?
Or we just rank.
We just rank some things.
Things spelled with the A. THANGS.
Let us know in the comments, people, if you'd like us to start a new show called Ranking Things. We could do a spinoff called Rank. ranking things. Like it's smelly things.
Yeah, Matt.
I know. We rank smelly things.
Wow.
Oh, wait. It could have just been called smelling things. Okay, anyway.
Ranking the rank in all things.
So, spoiler-free Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel wrapped up this past week. And 6 episodes. Maggie, do you want to kick us off? Or do you want me to kick us off?
I'll kick it off.
Kick it off.
All right.
Spoiler free.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. I think, yeah, I got to read the first Miss Marvel. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
I think you did.
I'm pretty certain I did. I think they did really well with the representation of, I'm trying to get this right, Pakistani Muslim.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I don't, do this wrong. But just how they show the representation, especially throughout all the actors and actresses.
Yeah.
And I know that there's stuff out there that their own countries make.
Yeah.
But it's very rare that you see something here.
Yeah.
That shows this because, well,
America sucks.
America.
No.
Girl, we gotta get over some stuff, okay?
I won't say America sucks. I will say America not known for being the most inclusive country in the world.
And, there's a lot of stuff I forgot that I learned about geography-wise in college and stuff. So it kind of helped put a little bit more things in perspective in certain episodes. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
And it really sucked for them.
Yeah.
And, I mean, how, I'm trying to think of her name. The girl that played Kamala.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, I'm blanking.
I know it starts with an I, but I don't want to mispronounce it.
You're fine.
She did an excellent job. I mean, she even said that when she read the comic the first time around that she felt like it was wrote for her because nothing was written like that back then. Amon Filani? Yeah, Filani. I think.
She's so good.
She when she said that they were doing what do they do it for auditions for Miss Marvel, she's like I had to do it.
Yeah.
And she got it.
Knocked it out of the park. Man.
Knocked it out of the park, and she embodied her so well.
Yeah, she did great. She did so good.
And not only outside of the cast, but like the directors and the writers, there were times it reminded me of me when I was a teenager.
Yeah. Like
the things that she would say or do or not tell her parents about certain things. And, it was just really nice. I was like, wow, somebody really did capture a teenage girl that's a little bit different than everybody else.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. With superpowers.
I mean, I completely agree with everything you just said. I think aside from, I wouldn't even say political stuff. It's not political. It's just real to a different culture. Like not white, American culture, right? Like it's not Peter Parker. Like this is totally different. But it still shows just how I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. My mind is totally drawing a blank right now. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But how I don't want this to come off incorrect. But like how we're all people.
Yeah.
Does
We're
that
all
make
humans.
sense? Yeah.
We're all human
beings.
beings.
And like even though we're different there are things that are universal
Yeah.
to us. You know, I feel like this show did more to show that, you know, than any other show I've watched ever, like, or movie, you know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know this, I don't know. I don't want to stay too much into this area of like representation and stuff. 'Cause as important as all that is, and it is, and, you know, absolutely goes without saying, we're obviously not the best people to talk about it because we're two white people. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be fair for us to sit here and try and act like we know what we're talking about when it comes to.
I'll straight up tell you, I forgot like certain things.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people online that you should listen to.
Yes.
That have real world experience with these things. So really, all I want to say is that as someone who doesn't know much about that, you know, I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was beautiful. Like,
yeah.
the wedding. I mean, even when she goes back to her grandmother's and stuff, which I'm trying to say as general as possible.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was great. You know, so, you know, as a kid that grew up in the South, you know, that wasn't really taught anything about anything. I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. But beyond all of that, definitely don't want to sell that short, but beyond all of that, right? I think this is one of the most stylistic Marvel things, period.
Yeah.
Let alone just stylistic shows in existence. I mean, this is almost, I feel like this is in the same vein as like Scott Pilgrim, but with less douchery.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I loved Bruno. I thought Bruno was great in it. And it was like, I haven't felt like this about a Marvel property since Spider-Man Homecoming. Right. And so like when thinking about ranking this and stuff, like it's definitely very high. Obviously we'll talk about where we rank it and stuff, but, even though I feel like they maybe lost some of their style near like the back half of the show.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think episodes 4 and 5, like, I think they did it deliberately, kind of soften up the imagination stuff, right? Like that first episode is just like,
bam.
yeah, I mean, it's everywhere, you know, and it's so good, you know, just every like when she's walking down the road and like the texts are popping up and stuff. But like near the end of the series, they kind of lose some of that stuff. So 4 and 5 kind of made me worry-ish. Like I wasn't worried, like not really. But you know, I just didn't know, like, is this going to go the way of Moon Knight, or is this going to be like, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier, or is this going to be WandaVision? Like, Marvel tends to have an issue with their finales, and not sticking the landing that well.
Yeah.
Ralph Boner, anybody?
He can't let it go, guys.
I'm sorry, but God. Short of Loki, I feel like Loki's the only one that really nailed it. And now Miss Marvel, I feel like nails it. And there's a few things we'll talk about in spoilers, but overall, I think this is probably the best Marvel show, period. And one of the best MCU properties that they've made.
Yeah.
Last week I talked about the top 7 on our list being untouchable. And
yeah, he presented this thought to me the other day.
I'm not so sure
my
anymore.
jaw dropped.
I'm not so sure anymore, people. So we'll talk about that when we rank. But anything else you want to say before we dive into spoilers?
Nope.
Okay. The only other thing I'll say is just if you're on the fence, or if you think like, I don't know, like, is this really for me? Yeah, it is for you, and you should watch it. I'm not saying like if you don't like it that means that you're whatever, you know, sexist, racist, or whatever. I'm not saying that. But I think it would be a disservice for you to not even give it a chance.
Yeah.
Based off of just it being a female lead, or just it looks like high school stuff. Like it is just one of the most joyous, fun, entertaining pieces of content that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So at the very least, you owe it to yourself. If you like Marvel at all, you owe it to yourself to at least just watch the first episode. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. Like, it doesn't mean anything about you. But at least just give it a chance, because it's totally, absolutely worth it. It's so good.
Especially if you're looking forward to watching the Marvels.
Yeah.
You need to know this character. Because I feel like she's going to be around for a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're definitely setting up a second generation of characters.
She's going to be around for a while, so you definitely need to know her.
And she nails it. It's so
She's
good, guys. Like, for real. Like, just watch it. It is so good. If you have liked any Marvel thing, watch this. Just give it a chance, because it's great. It's almost perfect. I would say it's almost perfect. But are you ready to jump into spoilers? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the spoilers. Spoilers. Can't believe they were dead the whole time. My God. I can't believe it, Maggie.
I know.
They were dead. They were just dead.
Yeah.
No, she's a mutant.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a mutant.
How do you, okay. Before I ask how do you feel about it, just so everybody's on the same page, in the original comics, Ms. Marvel is an Inhuman, which is like Black Bolt, which
Medusa.
Yeah.
And
basically Inhumans were like, it's a whole thing. But
they were basically written to help replace X-Men for a hot minute because...
Yeah. I mean, granted, they were created before that.
Oh, well,
but they were brought back into the mainstream as a
and everybody loved it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say everybody loved it.
Well, I meant comic-wise. Like, there were people that really... There
are people that liked it, for
really
sure.
enjoyed it.
But, I mean, it wasn't, like, universally loved or anything.
Yeah,
like, it was,
okay.
a lot of people were mad that they didn't get X-Men stuff. Or even Fantastic Four, for that matter. But, yeah, so Kamala gets... it's almost like mutants where they have, like, the genes inside of them. But then for an Inhuman to be activated, there has to be this Terrigen Mist, which puts them in like a little cocoon almost. And then they like burst out and they've got powers, right? That's how an Inhuman is born.
And also that's how Miss Marvel gets her powers in the original comic book is by the Terrigen Mist.
And she, her powers are more akin to Mr. Fantastic in the original comics. So that's just another change that they made. So in the show... she has powers from a bracelet, which if you've watched the show, but she has powers from a bracelet that is activated because she is part Jean, right? Jinn. She's part Jinn.
Oh, Claire. Yes.
Right. But yeah.
Clandestine.
Yeah. And so anyway, all that ends up being she's a mutant. And so she's able to activate this bracelet, which is possibly tied to Kree technology, which would tie into Captain Marvel. But none of that's for sure.
It's not for sure yet.
But so instead of stretching, she like creates like this stuff around her that makes her look
looks like a
stretching.
crystal.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it too. And also helps her she time traveled. One episode, which was really interesting because she got to see her great grandmother, great grandfather.
Episode was phenomenal.
And she got to see her grandmother as a little girl.
Yeah,
brought back a picture to her grandmother of her mom and dad.
Oh yeah, man, God, I was crying
that
like
was
a baby.
Good.
Crying in every episode.
It was so sweet. And helped save her grandmother too.
Yeah. As a fan of Miss Marvel, the comics, how did you feel about the changes that they made?
I'm not bothered by it.
Right.
Good for them. They're finally freaking saying mutated now.
I love how she handles it. She's like,
Oh, it's just another label.
yeah, right? Like,
A big whoop.
yeah.
I'm a superhero already, Bruno. I have mutated blood, thanks.
I talk a lot about like being mean to the fans. You know, but I feel like this wasn't that. I feel
No,
like this was just more like, I feel like this was mean to the fanboys, if that makes sense. Like, there's a difference, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like this was more like, you're going to complain that she's a
Yes.
mutant. And honestly, it doesn't matter.
No.
Because it's just another label. It doesn't matter if I'm inhuman or mutant. It doesn't matter.
Well, like you said, that you when Kevin Feige was only over the movies and that other dude was over the TV shows.
Yeah.
That,
Jeff Loeb.
Yeah. Like, even in the one picture we saw, Inhumans was supposed to have a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess when that dude, when they pretty much got rid of him,
yeah.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they made Kevin Feige sole
over everything.
Marvel. Like related properties anyway.
So like that disappeared. So Matt thinks he's got a personal vendetta against Inhumans.
I think Kevin Feige knows that Marvel was pushing Inhumans because they couldn't do X-Men.
Yeah.
Like the Disney didn't own the rights to it. And I think that Kevin Feige had no intentions of ever doing Inhumans, but would want to do X-Men because he's a huge Marvel fan, right?
Yeah.
So wow, it would be like if somebody had to make was told they had to make a Blue Beetle movie because they couldn't make a Batman movie for some reason. And then they were like, oh, but now you can have Batman. And they'd be like, well, yeah, I'm not going to make Blue Beetle. I'm going to make Batman.
They are making Blue Beetle.
I know. You get what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying.
but getting back to them saying she's got a mutation in her blood, I think good. I'm glad that they put it in this. And yeah, I guess every time something's mentioned X-Men-esque, we're gonna get that guitar rip into it.
Dude,
you know?
I'll be honest, I'm down. Like if they want to make the guitar riff from 90s X-Men the music for any mutant related thing,
do it.
I don't care. That's
They
fine.
did it for Professor X. They did it for her. So
like, isn't there? I'm trying to think of something else. Well, I guess I'm thinking of Justice League when they used Batman's music.
yeah,
Which that was because of
other things. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm down. I mean, that's fine. Whatever. And then of course the post credits.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Holy crap.
That was awesome.
Kamala just looks at her bracelet and it's glowing. And she's like, why is it glowing? I'm not using it in my powers right now. And then it warps out and there's Carol Danvers standing there in her Captain Marvel suit. Looks good.
I like the updates. I like her hair.
I like her hair. Really, she's. I thought it was shaved on the side, and I was wrong. It's braided. Oh, okay. She's got a few braids on the side, so it makes it look kind of smooth on the side. Yeah. And she realizes she's in a young girl's bedroom because her face is everywhere in Kamala's room,
or a young boy's.
Well,
I mean, her face is everywhere. You know,
that's true.
Might have been like she was like, "Oh God, get me the hell!"
But
out
I
of here.
just love the fact that she looked at that drawing that she had in her hands from the closet door because she crashed into the closet door. Yeah. I thought it was out in the hallway. I was like, "Oh my God,
what's her mom and dad?"
Her mom and dad's gonna like freak. I just like how she rushed off screen.
Yeah.
I thought that was the best thing ever.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
So, I think that's a good, like I told you, I think it's going to be a really good setup for the movie because Carol's got to figure out how to get to Kamala because I guess they just switched places.
Right. That's what we're thinking.
And I guess it's where she has to probably get Monica and the Skrulls, right? Yeah. Involved.
Yeah.
So, because they're up in space.
Yeah. Or, I mean, maybe she was... it would make sense if it was like... I'm just trying to think why she would need help from where she's like so powerful.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking she probably needs a ship.
Powers or something. I mean, she flew Iron Man all the way back from God knows where.
Well,
it might have done something to her.
It could have.
Or maybe she was a prisoner, or like, like that's how she like flipped out or something.
Yeah.
Who knows, whatever it is. But I agree. I think you're right. I think that they got to get back to save her in some way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Excuse me.
Well, even in the run of Captain Marvel comics that I've read, which are, wow, night and day from because Goose isn't called Goose, he's called Chewbacca because she's a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But she has a ship, and she works with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
And she's kind of dating Rhodey.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Interesting relationship there.
Yeah.
But she had her own ship. That's how her cat stayed with her.
Okay.
So I could kind of see her asking them, because if it's like in another galaxy or something, it could take her
Yeah. I could see
a hot minute to get over there with her powers. And if she used her powers, it'd probably be too late to get to Kamala.
I could see the movie starting before that happens, and then we see that happen from Captain Marvel's perspective. And like we see like Captain Marvel disappear and like Kamala.
Yeah, and Kamala's like, what happened?
Yeah. And like we see her side of it, right? Like I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
It'd be interesting.
I wonder if usually when they do these sequels, the people that are in the previous one are still going to be in it.
Yeah.
Like Martin Freeman's in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is weird that he's still in it. But whatever. It just feels like such a holdover from them wanting to use him in Civil War and like the story having no reason for him to be in it, but whatever.
Maybe he wanted to live there.
So I wonder if Samuel L. Jackson will be in the Marvels.
I hope.
I could see it, right?
I really...
Especially with the way Far From Home.
Yeah.
Like with the way that it ended with him up there with all the scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
Felt very Captain Marvel-ish.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I really want him in it because him and Carol are so like friends.
Yeah, and we didn't get to see him interact any since then.
No, not
so
really.
It'd be cool to see him nowadays
because he was dusted, and so she did.
Yeah.
It kind of.
The only thing we saw was at the funeral.
She's sad.
Yeah,
that she found out he was gone.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh man, it'd be really cool if we got
Coulson.
No, Colby Smulders.
Oh yeah, surely. I mean, if we get Sam Jackson, surely. I hope the Skrulls, the two Skrulls that were in No Way Home.
Oh
or
my
Far
God!
From Home,
please,
I hope they're back in it.
God, he's so hilarious. Anyways, but yeah, Miss Marvel's a great show.
All right. Anything else you want to say before we get out of spoilers?
I don't know. I really loved it.
It was great.
I really loved it.
I think I'm ready to rank it. Maggie,
oh God.
No spoilers. Spoilers are done.
Spoilers ended.
All right. So we will go ahead. Do you want to rank the 2022 and then the Marvel?
Let's get Marvel over with.
Let's do Marvel since we're thinking Marvel. Roger. All right. So.
Roger.
Jeez, I'm going to have to read these again.
Do you want me to read them?
Nah, it's fine.
I can read them.
It's fine. Do you want to read them?
I'll read them.
I'll read them.
I want to read them.
You want to read them. All right. So we're going to start at the bottom. Okay. Now, I've got it listed there, so just start here. Okay. That's just so I can move it.
All right. At number 35, we've got Thor. 34, Thor The Dark World. 33, Black Widow. 32, What If. 31, yeah. Iron Man 2. 30, The Hulk. The Incredible Hulk, my bad. 29. It's badly done. And also have astigmatism in both eyes. All right. Number 29, Iron Man 3. 28, Avengers Age of Ultron. 27, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. 26, Moon Knight. 25, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 24, The Eternals. 23, Iron Man. 22, Avengers. 21, Captain America the First Avenger. 20, Hawkeye. 19, WandaVision. 18, Ant-Man. 17, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 16, Captain America.
We put WandaVision that low?
Yeah, man. It keeps on getting pushed. That's crazy. 16, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. 15, Spider-Man Far From Home. 14, Doctor Strange. 13, Black Panther. 12, Captain Marvel. 11, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Number 10, Loki. Number 9, Shang-Chi. Number 8, Thor Love and Thunder. Number 7, Thor Ragnarok. Number 6, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 5, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 4, Captain America Civil War. Number 3, Avengers Infinity War. Number 2, Spider-Man No Way Home. And number 1, Avengers Endgame.
Man, that top.
I gotta take a big old gulp.
I tell you, man, this top 7, top 8 is just so jam-packed. So let's start at Loki. I feel like that's a good place to, because it's the highest show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're spoiler free.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree. Better than Loki.
Better than Shang-Chi?
I think so.
Yes.
All right. So here's where things start getting fun. Is it better than Thor Love and Thunder? We had a long talk last week about Thor Love and Thunder. And how much it meant to me personally. That being said, here's the thing. Ms. Marvel made me cry.
Yeah.
Every episode.
Yeah.
Joyous.
So good.
Joyous.
So good,
just
my man.
so happy, you know?
Wow, 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 wow,
Wow,
wow.
wow, wow, wow. Wow. I think yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is it better than Ragnarok, Maggie?
I'm going to say yes. Oh my God, Matt's got the fever.
All right, I got the fever.
Is it?
Now here's
It will be. Is it better than Spider-Man Homecoming?
Here's the thing. It is.
He won't say it.
It is as good. It is at least as good as Spider-Man Homecoming.
All right.
Like it hits. Ms. Marvel hits in the same way Spider-Man Homecoming hits.
Okay.
I almost want to give it to Spider-Man because I love Spider-Man.
I know.
But
I love Spider-Man.
That's not fair to Ms. Marvel because, like, Ms. Marvel had the fact that it's even in a conversation of possibly being better than Homecoming says a lot about the quality of the show. You know?
Yeah.
Now, granted, it had 6 hours. You know, it had 6 hours to be that good.
Yeah.
God. I think that Ms. Marvel, when it had its highs, the highs were as equally as high as Spider-Man Homecoming. However, I feel like Ms. Marvel's lows, when it didn't hit, like episode 4,
Yeah.
was lower than Spider-Man Homecoming's lows,
Yeah.
which I'm kind of blanking on any existing.
I'll be honest, there really isn't much. Or any.
The only thing I can think of is just Tony Stark. Some of Tony Stark stuff.
Yeah.
Not that it was bad. Like when he's talking to him and he's not in the suit.
So, yeah.
Like that, but it's not really bad.
No,
you know?
it's just Tony being Tony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Tony don't really want to be there to babysit a kid.
Maybe the Shocker. Like, you know, there's like tiny little things that aren't bad at all, right? But like, anyway. So I feel like. So wait. So okay. So are we saying that Ms. Marvel's highs were higher than Ragnarok's highs?
Wait a second. I thought we already agreed those better Ragnarok.
But I mean, now that I'm thinking about it in that context,
Oh,
I just want to make sure.
Dang it.
No, it was. It was. I don't cry in Ragnarok.
No, we laugh.
Yeah. Well, and I laugh a lot more in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But Ms. Marvel just hits, man.
Yeah.
Like, and it's stylistically, you know, And there's a good chunk of Ragnarok that's not like boring, but like the Hela stuff isn't the best. You know?
It isn't. Like,
it's good. It's good.
Yeah. No. It's good. It's good. Please don't kill us in our sleep. It's, but like, there's times like where we rewatch Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Like, it hit me like in a way like we have Thor and Hulk.
Yeah.
On this other planet with
It's
Loki,
great.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And Valkyrie.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then they go back.
And they have Carl Urban.
Carl Urban with a gun.
Oi.
With 2 guns.
Destroy.
Together to destroy. And you
Butcher
have
was born
Hela.
that day.
And you have Hela and all the people that are running and I'm just like, why can't we just stay on the fun planet?
Yeah.
I understand why we're doing this, but like,
yeah. That almost felt like they had to.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm willing to say I'm at number 7.
Agreed.
I think it's not better than Homecoming, but it's better than Ragnarok, which would make it the new number 7. Yep. You sure?
Sure.
All right. Agreed.
I had to bring it up that high so everybody could see his hand shake.
Oh. Agreed. All right. So let me move Ms. Marvel.
I want to do it. Can I do it?
You want to do it? Do you know
I
how?
want to.
You just got to slide it all the way.
Okay. It's all the way at the bottom, right?
Yeah. Then you just grab it. There you go.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to like... There we go.
You go. All right. And then click that. Save. All right. And
we did it, everybody.
We'll just read off the top 10 instead of everything. So new number 1, Avengers Endgame. Number 2, Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 3, Infinity War. Number 4, Civil War. Number 5, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 6, Spider-Man Homecoming. New number 7, Ms. Marvel. Number 8, Thor Ragnarok. Number 9, Thor Love and Thunder. And number 10, Shang-Chi. So Ms. Marvel topped Loki for the best MCU TV show. Crazy. Who would have thought?
Crazy.
I think even last week I was like, nothing is gonna
get
in here.
No, because I remember you coming to me in the kitchen because
I think I
dinner.
said Ms. Marvel, if they stick it, could hit the top 7.
Oh no! This is after we watched the finale, and like I was doing something in the kitchen, and you said, "You remember how I said on the show that it's not going to break number 7?" And I was like, "No, no, we don't talk about this stuff before the show,
dude."
You're like, I think it is. I think it's going to be in the top 7.
I think if Ms. Marvel was given a movie, just a condensed 2 hours, I could see it being better than Spider-Man. Like, if they got the right person to do it, and like just, if it was as straightforward as Spider-Man is, but it was about Ms. Marvel, I could see it being better. I could see that being new number 3. Like, it would be hard for it to top No Way Home, but I mean, I could definitely see it beating Infinity War. Crazy. So good. I don't know if the Marvels will do it. I don't know. It really depends on how they lean into it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm sorry, the TV like turned green there for a hot second.
It's from where it's plasma.
I'm freaking out.
All right. So next, it's time to rank the summer movies.
Oh, man.
Summer 2022 rankings.
Time to rank the stank.
We got a few that we have to add here. And honestly, I think we already know where Ms. Marvel's going to go based off of our previous conversation. But that being said, current rankings for the summer of 2022. At number 10, we have Father of the Bride. Number 9, Night of the Coconut. Number 8, Fire Island. Number 7, Doctor Strange 2. Number 6, Chip and Dale. Number 5, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 4, Top Gun Maverick. Number 3, Jurassic World Dominion. Number 2, Stranger Things 4. Number 1, Thor 4.
Oh, there's a lot of 4s.
I feel like, just based off the conversation, Miss Marvel has to be the new number 1.
Yes.
Because we think it's better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and add that. And then we'll talk Bob's Burgers and the boys. So, Ms. Marvel. Okay. All right. So,
let's do Bob.
Remember, these numbers are going to be awful. But
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers, I think it's better than Fire Island. Not as good as Doctor Strange 2. That's where I'm at. I mean, if
this is my brain.
Okay. Not as good as Fire Island?
Not as good as Fire Island.
Really?
I really enjoyed Fire Island.
That's true. And it was different. It was original.
Yes.
I mean, do you think it was better than Not of the Coconut? How dare you? How dare you?
Sorry, Patrick Williams.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I would at least I'm definitely above Not of the Coconut for sure. If you think it's not as good as Fire Island, I'm willing to concede that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will put Bob's Burgers
because
movie.
I started following a bunch of the actors from Fire Island after we watched it. And
it was a good movie. It was sweet.
And like it's become a thing. They start tagging the actors there's people telling the sun to set. And they're tagging them in it on Instagram. And there's one guy, he's like, "You set, girl. You set." So
all right,
good.
let's get effing
no.
serious, Maggie. Where we ranking the boys? Where we ranking, boys? Where we dropping? Never mind. Now we're gonna go ahead and just count. I guess we should be true to what we've talked about.
Season 3.
Just season 3 on its own. God. Wink.
What a...
Just season 3. All right. I mean, okay. Jeez.
My contacts are going bonkers.
TV is driving me insane.
It's freaking me out.
I know. Just try not to like
Poltergeist.
We can't turn it off because then
I know
the Apple TV will turn
Apple
off and that'll turn the camera off.
We won't have a monitor.
Yeah. Well, I think it would stop the thing because it's matched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna say. Well, actually, I started last time. You tell me. Where are you thinking? Where are you thinking? The Boys 3.
So, like, I'm trying to remember where it began and I know clearly how it ends.
Mm-hmm. It began. No spoilers for anybody. But they are in that building. And they are in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. The premiere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And the senator. So that's where. That's where
Oh
it
yeah,
starts.
yeah.
That's the
yeah,
start.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I mean, I'll kick us off if you
Kick us off, Matt.
I'm thinking at least the numbers are thrown off. I'm thinking at least Stranger Things 4. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to say it's better than that.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I think there's an argument to say it's better than Jurassic World Dominion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Even though I loved that movie. I think it did a lot of fun things.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't argue that The Boys is just a better made thing. You know? I mean, effects wise, Jurassic World's got a beat, obviously. But just the writing of The Boys alone is better.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even argue the writing on it is probably better than everything on this list.
I agree with you.
Like, the writing is phenomenal.
It's very well thought out.
Yeah. And at no point was any story anything that I was not interested in. Every single scene I was interested in what was watching.
And everything came together.
Yeah. I mean, even that with the restaurant place with the characters, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Even that had no business being worth watching, and it was.
No, it wasn't worth it. It took me a second to realize what you said.
I just remembered Soldier Boy. I just remembered that. Jesus! Oh my God!
Oh no! Are you? I can't.
Brain waves.
Brain.
I think it might be number 1.
I was wondering. Why are you crying? Why are you crying?
Because Ms. Marvel is great. I didn't cry during The Boys.
No,
but it's
grossed
so
out.
good. It's just so good. And Thor 4 meant stuff to me, you know, like on a personal level. But The Boys is just so good. It's so good. It's just so good. It's such a good show. I'm thinking number 1, but I'm willing for you to bring me down. If
I'll be honest, when you said that, just listen. When you said you want me to kick it off, I was going to say number 1. And then I chickened out because I was like, he's going to kill me.
No.
Because it was before you said, no, you had said season 3. And like, me thinking about where it began.
Yeah.
Where it ended, but all the crap that happens in the middle of it.
And just Soldier Boy on its own is enough to push me over the top. And that's just one element of a season full of amazing elements, you know?
Yeah.
Number one.
I'll do it.
Oh my God. What is this?
What's wrong with us?
God, I hate to think of where we would put a ranking in the MCU.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did
You're
do?
fine. You just gotta, yeah. You just
The
gotta
Boys.
do it, yeah.
I'll fix the numbers.
You don't have to fix it right now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Number 1, our new summer 2022 ranking. Number 1, The Boys 3.
Season 3.
Should I go in reverse order?
It doesn't matter.
All right. Number 1, The Boys 3. Number 2, Ms. Marvel. Number 3, Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 4, Stranger Things 4. Number 5, Jurassic World Dominion. Number 6, Top Gun Maverick.
The mighty have fallen.
Number 7, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 8, Chip and Dale. Number 9, Doctor Strange 2. Number 10, Fire Island. Number 11, Bob's Burgers movie. Number 12, Night of the Coconut. Number 13, Father of the Bride. Wow. What?
All bangers.
What a game. I can't believe Doctor Strange is at number 9. It is ranked lower on this list than it is in the MCU list. That's insane. All right, here's the only thing I could foresee possibly dethroning the Boys, okay? And I think that is a tall order. There's only one thing left this summer that I think has a chance. It's Nope.
Oh.
Nope has the possibility of dethroning the Boys. If Nope is good, and it's very likely it'll be good.
Apparently, I saw something pop up with Jordan Peele, like in an interview or something.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the interview, but like I just
we're
saw
trying
the
to stay spoiler free.
one-liner that I guess what all you see in the last trailer is not all what you see.
Oh, okay.
Like there's more. There's more to it.
Staying as
Which I
spoiler-free
told
as
you.
we can.
I told him I saw a video on Instagram. People going to Universal Studios and they have on this tour of Nope, and the people that are working there, they're dressed up in the Western attire because it's part of the Nope movie because they're at a rodeo and stuff. they start screaming.
Dude. This is my shit. Okay. I love Jordan Peele. Get Out is
Brilliant.
more than likely my favorite horror movie of all time. I would have to double check, but I'm pretty confident in being able to say that.
Oh, no, I think you're right.
I mean, I guess there's technically, I would have to think about maybe the Blair Witch Project just because of what it means to me. But obviously, two completely different things. But that's a whole other conversation. Us still confuses me. Like,
yeah, I've seen a few people rewatch it, and they're like, "I'm still." They even said this movie still doesn't make any sense to me.
I love it. I know it's saying a lot. It's just trying to decipher everything that it's saying. Yeah. So then you take that, and then my favorite sci-fi element, period, is aliens.
Yeah.
Period. Like, ever since I was a kid, the only thing I liked more than dinosaurs was aliens.
Hey, we grew up in the 90s, baby.
Independence Day.
Aliens were everywhere. We loved it.
What was the Fire in the Sky?
Oh, God.
Aliens,
that movie
Predator.
still freaks me out to this day.
Mars Attacks.
I love Mars
Men in
Attacks.
Black, Anyway.
Yeah.
All that being said, if this movie is half as good as Get Out, and it's good on the alien side,
He sold.
Dude, it might be my
Beam him
favorite
up.
movie of all time. Like, it's possible, right? Jeez, man. So that's the only. I mean, there's still that Predator movie coming out. I don't think it'll be better than The Boys. I mean, I hope it's great.
Show. Is it a show?
No, it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On Hulu.
Yeah.
Prey.
For some weird reason in my brain, I thought it was a show.
Oh, you're fine. So I mean, possibly, I doubt it, but possibly it could be on there. But yeah, I'm so shocked. Can't believe The Boys. New number 1, insane. But we think it's insane. Do you think it's insane? You should let us know in the comments. Let us know where would you put The Boys versus Ms. Marvel, and Thor 4 and Stranger Things 4 and Jurassic World Dominion and Top Gun Maverick and all that fun stuff. Let us know what you thought. If this is your first time watching us, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. You can hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on podcast services, you can also subscribe to you can also subscribe to our podcast feed. Be sure and rate us 5 stars and leave a comment. Leave us a review. We would love to hear your constructive feedback. However, we only read 5-star reviews. So if you want us to read it, be sure to leave 5-star. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm just kidding. And hey, why not, if you're doing one, why not do the other? Turn us on YouTube and go do your taxes or something, And if you've already watched us on YouTube, just turn us on Spotify while you're going to sleep and just turn your phone down really low and just play through all the episodes for us. It'd be great. We also have another weekly show where we review each episode of Smallville. We are still in season 1 of Smallville. So definitely check out our Smallville podcast called Going Back to Smallville. That's going to wrap it up for us this week. Next week, Comic-Con. That's, be on the lookout. We're going to be doing trailer reactions. If they release any, they should have some. Oh, Lord. And then, of course, our big topic will be all about Comic-Con, I'm sure. If it's not,
it will be Marvel.
God help us if it's so bad that there's nothing to talk about next week.
That it won't be.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
This is the first bank blow up that they've had in a bit.
I think the boys are going to be at Comic-Con. I think they're going to be talking about some of their spinoff series. So even better. But that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching, and as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.